God did not lead you beside still waters. God did not prepare green pastures for you. God did not lead you through the valley of the shadow of death and prepare a table for you to let your enemy take a seat. See, you got to understand that God has prepared a table for you. He is the greatest host that could ever host you. He is agreeing to serve you, just as for the Last Supper when he took his disciples and he decided to wash their feet, showing that he was willing to be a servant. See, God is showing that he is willing to host you at a table that he has prepared for you, and a table that God has prepared for you. Can't no man separate you from that love of God that he has for you and prepared for you at that table. You have to understand, don't let the enemy have a seat at your table. See, the enemy comes in so many different ways because he is so deceptive. See, you got to understand, in the beginning, when God created man and woman and he gave them full authority over everything in the garden, and he gave them the ability to eat from every tree in the garden, but he said, of this tree of good and evil you shall not eat. See, there was a problem with this. See, y'all got to understand, in order to have free will and in order to have a choice, you have to be given a command. So the command was, you can eat everything except this tree. You can eat everything except this tree. You got to understand, everything except this tree. God had gave them grace and an abundance where their cup would runneth over. See, when you understand that grace and that abundance, when that cup would run over, you got to understand that, okay, something's wrong right here. But anyway, the serpent shows you how deceptive he is, because he comes to Eve and he says, surely you won't die. It will make you wise like gods. But the first thing he does is, God said you can't eat of this tree. So he got her mind focusing in on one thing. Not all the things that his grace has provided for her, just one thing that he gave a command for her not to eat. But that command was for a man to have a choice. You can choose to do what I tell you to do, or you can choose to do what I didn't tell you to do. That means you can choose to be obedient or you can choose to be disobedient. So man was given a choice at this time, but he made it appealing to her because the devil's job is to usurp God's authority. So what he did was said, God said, you can't eat of that tree. So God said, I can't eat of that tree. And you mean tell me that tree won't die? I won't die if I eat of that tree. See, what happened was they did not understand, but Satan understood. See, God didn't get in the rules of how they was going to die. But anyway, so once he got into her head, he struck a little bit of pride and she started to question God. That's why old folks say don't question God. That don't mean, God, when is this blessing going to be provided for me? Or God, what I need to do to be closer to you? That means don't question God's authority, because what she did was she was questioning his authority. I can't eat of this tree. I wonder what else God is hiding from me. So what happens is that Satan has planted a seed of deception where she's only focused on that one tree and not all the other trees that she could eat of. So once that seed has been placed, now we got an issue. The issue is she about to rebel. See, that's why women were known in this fashion. No, this has nothing to do about women, but the Eve was deceived by the serpent. Adam was not deceived by the serpent. Adam just chose pure obedience because he knew better by the time the fruit had made it to him. See, that's how you let the enemy have a seat at your table when you know better. You have to fill yourself with knowledge, because the devil will come in many ways of deception. He may be that co-worker at your job that's always pressing buttons. He may be that teacher that's always trying to give you a grade though you deserve better than. He may be that parent in your house that may be suppressing you. He may be that child in your house that may be causing you to wrath. You don't know how he gonna come. He may be jealousy. He may be anger. He may be hate. He may be deceit. But every way that he gonna come in his deceptive ways are not of God. See, that's where we got to understand how the playing field works. There's so many ways that are of God, but there's also so many ways that are not of God. But one way is guaranteedly not of God, is disobedience. So when he prepared that table for you, don't you let your enemy sit at that table. He ain't prepared for them. He prepared it for you. He has led you beside still waters. He has prepared green pastures for you. He has led you through the valley of the shadow of death. Understand why it's a shadow of death, because Christ don't already defeated death. It's just a shadow. It can't harm you. Don't you be scared. Don't you let that shadow sit at your table. See, the Bible is very unique. It tells you all the things that may cause you to be disobedient. See, that's like Cain. He was jealous of his brother and the sacrifices that he was providing for the Lord. Instead of him going to go try to provide a savory sacrifice for the Lord, he goes and provides something else. He provides disobedience. He provides rebellion. He provides jealousy, and jealousy leads way to anger, and anger leads way to him killing his brother. See, folks, there is so much out there that we don't pay attention to. See, it's just a spiritual war. We are battling against principalities that are not of this world. Anger ain't of this world. You can sit here and listen to all the psychologists you want to in the world. You can listen to all the medical doctors you think you want to listen to. You can listen to everybody. But see, psychology, truthfully, let me tell you something. Psychology is the study of the soul. And they got y'all so confused to think psychology is the study of the mental capacity, how we operate. No, it's the study of the soul. See, that's one thing about psychology. A lot of psychologists don't came to God. A lot of psychologists don't left God, because it's a study of the soul. It's such an intricate subject that we as humans already understand. We can't comprehend. That's why God is here. See, he created us. But he also sent his only begotten son. And I want you to understand that real quick. He sent this only begotten son. See, Jesus said he gonna build his church. Well, y'all fill in the blank. And he said the gates of hell will not prevail. See, you got to understand that Satan is behind them gates. You got to understand that when he waged war, he took the key so that gate could not be open no more. But he still gave you a command, and you have a choice. See, your choice is to let somebody sit at that table. Your choice is to let Satan out of them gates. See, Satan ain't got no authority over you on this world. See, he may be the king of the prince. He may have dominion over this world that we live in right now, but he don't have that over you. See, that's what I want you to understand. He has no authority over you. Jesus took them keys with him. He locked him up behind that gate. Don't you let Satan come and take a seat at your table. See, you got to understand where he ain't. He's behind the gate that Jesus has already taken the keys. Keep that gate locked. Don't allow him to come into your life and have a seat at your table. See, you got to understand with spiritual warfare, when you have things at your table, you might be wanting to eat the ham. You might be wanting to eat the steak. No, God has prepared everything that you need for your nourishment. Sometimes it's not about what you eat. Sometimes you got to pass it to the scavengers so they can stay away from your table. Oh man, y'all ain't hear me. See, when the Bible say turn the other cheek, some of y'all think, "Pow, I got punched in the face. I'm gonna turn this cheek." No, sometimes you got to go ahead and feed the dog a bone so he can go on. Because there's going to be things that come into your life. There's going to be people that come into your life. There's going to be situations that come into your life. There's going to be mountains that build in your life, but ain't no mountain bigger than Mount Sinai. I want to tell you right now that you sometimes it's better to give than to fight. That's why he say you have to pray for your brothers and your sisters in spite of how they treat you. Because sometimes you got to understand, hey, enemy, you can go and take this plate to go, but you can't sit down. You can't sit down. You can't have a seat at my table. This table has been prepared for me by my Father. If you want to sit at my table, you need to go through my Father. Y'all did not hear me. If you want to sit at my table, you got to go through my Father. If they ain't coming to your Father, if they ain't coming through your Father, if they not coming through your Father, don't you allow them to have a seat at your table, because they don't have the same that you have. Man, y'all have a blessed day, man. I hope y'all like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Share this video. Talk about this video. Comment on this video. Spread the gospel. Spread the word of God. Spread it to all four corners. Y'all have a blessed day.